If you haven't heard the news yet, update 37.0 is finally out, and just like every other update Ninja Kiwi makes, it's a banger. Got lots of exciting stuff to show ya, including the 5th anniversary event going on right now, so yeah, can you believe BT6 is almost 5 years old? They have a lot of fun quests, new quests to celebrate, but we're not going to cover that right now. Instead, I want to tackle one thing at a time, and one of the bigger changes this update is, well, to the Beast Handler, which, if you remember when it came out last update, the top path Beast Handler was incredibly broken, but that was due to a bug, so once they fixed that bug, it went from broken to pretty much unusable. However, they've taken the suggestions, and here are the entire list of buffs. We're gonna be looking at just the top path, but yeah, where do we even start with all these changes, man? Well, first off, the very big change is that the Great White Thrash Rate now benefits from speed buffs, which is one of the reasons why it was so bad, because, well, things you can't buff need to be inherently strong if they're going to be usable in any way. Otherwise, you end up getting, well, Paragons, but not at the strength of a Paragon, obviously. But on top of that, they also doubled the damage to the Great White, and also gave it max extra damage from merging, which is also double, and same with the attack rate buff, so it sounds like we're definitely going to get some merge Beast Handlers today. We're also going to try out the new Erosion map, by the way. This might be a little bit, I don't know, awkward to play out, especially for Beast Handlers, because, like, they will die if you, well, the ice erodes away. So then what I plan to do is I'll probably get an Arctic Wind at some point, just to freeze the water, and then I'll put Beast Handlers on there so that I don't have to, well, put them on the top right corner only, although that is what I'm going to try to aim towards, having my defense focused on the top right corner, because if you didn't know, Erosion, all these cracks here are the lanes that will continuously move up as the rounds progress. So I definitely want to keep Sada for the rest of the game, so I'm just going to put her where, you know, the ice will never break. So that means I can really only use her abilities to help out, but better than nothing, I guess. But yeah, back to the balance changes. So the Great White also has extra Thrash knockback, so not only is their damage better at all points of the game, but also that utility, which is also pretty helpful. And the same thing applies to the higher tiers, as you see. Orca, extra damage, extra max damage from merging, and attack speed, and Thrash radius too, as if that wasn't enough. And here is, yeah, round 16 or round 17 ending. There goes my Dart Monkey. And yeah, there goes my good boat placement. So I feel like, in order to start early game here, I probably should just do a sub instead with Intel. Yeah, I'll do that. And also because I like things hard, in BT6 that is, I will challenge myself by not even doing any farming. Again, it not being on Chimps mode is already a huge head start. I also forgot to move the Beast Handler, by the way. I guess this thing is going to go away when the next ice platform dies. I will probably just not upgrade it. We'll get the Great White soon. But yeah, lastly with the balance changes comes changes to the Megalodon. Cheaper and bigger Thrash radius. And one more thing that's universal. Take a look at this. Top path and middle path Beast Handler paths are now overclockable, so I guess that's on top of the initial change to the Thrash rate affecting speed buffs. So waiting for this ice platform to die. Oh, hang on. Whoops. I was not prepared for that. Whoops, I definitely should have gotten at least something to give intel. But nonetheless, I think we can finally begin the Arctic Wind shenanigans. So I think what you need is, you need 2 Arctic Winds connecting each other, so that this one stays alive when, you know, it goes away. Also, this is not working the way I think it is working, so let me quickly also get a Barracuda here. No count popping, so I'll just do a 2-3-0. Don't mind me, guys, I'm new to this game. I think we get Great White this round. This does pop Levelins, right? Yeah, perfect. And now we can move on and see just how good this thing is. I think it's pretty solid on Erosion because, you know, it's basically a straight line. So if I have it targeting, I don't know, last or whatever, it'll be pretty much thrashing at all times. In fact, it doesn't really matter what targeting. I think it'll be on the right lane at all times, at least for this current lane. And now let's see what it can do against the Mulp here. I'll probably just solder the insides, right? Yeah, good timing there. Even with 2 Arctic Winds, it does look a bit sketchy now, so I'll get more Beast Handlers in a second. For now, let me just get the Jungle Drums, because again, it does affect the Thrash right now, so should just help out ahead of time. And let's go for some merging. Merge, and there it is. Now our Max Great White can one-shot mobs. That was the same as last update. But I also can't help but feel like, also, why are we leaking? Oh, it's on strong, that's why. But yeah, I cannot but feel that the Max Great White is, like, hooking in mobs faster than I remember. I don't know if that's me, but if that's the case, then Very awesome. I feel like the Great White is not a tower we should go solo with, but honestly, that's insane. Did you see it? It wasn't even touching the Moabs, or at least hooking onto them, but you saw it just by the thrashing alone. Like, I mean, just look. Look. Holy crap. That is some insane damage. Did they make it a little bit too broken this update? I think... I don't know. It's a bit too soon to tell. Also, I trolled. Okay, for a second I thought I did something wrong there, but I reloaded the game and we have this again, which is, you know, what I expected we would have, so yay. Regardless, this should be a permanent platform now. Let me just get a second ice tower over here, because I wanna keep bridging the gap to that last lane there, so yeah, let's just get 2 snowstorms and continue on. Now it's pretty much a pure solo, by the way, because we got rid of the sub 2, and take a look. It's touching the ceramic, but it's doing so much damage so quickly to the Moab. It almost feels like the pre-nerf Great White. Yeah, look at that Mad Lad. I guess looking back at the balance changes, I'm just double checking to see if, like, how exactly the numbers are, but that does actually make sense, because they basically doubled the extra damage to the Great White. Also, it seems like the attack speed. I probably should have just hovered over, but you saw how quickly that BFB got taken out. Holy, this only cost like 12k, by the way. I guess the only thing it struggles against is, again, fast balloons, which is why, I don't know. Maybe I'll get a glue gunner. Whatever the case, I'ma just keep rolling with a Great White until it dies to something. Here's 63. Don't mind me just one-shotting. This is 2 BFB, so if we spread across the damage single target, that's like 200, 300 in a second. I don't know what more to say other than that, like, that's nuts. Also, let me just test, how does Sada level 10 work on this map? Oh, she goes through the, you know, the eroded lanes too. That's kind of interesting. How you guys liking the Jiangxi Sada skin, by the way? I think it looks pretty sick, especially the leaping sword. Them handcuffs, or is that chains? I don't know. But yeah, I wish she could handcuff me. Anyways, I just realized that since I bought the Swedish flag from the store, all my flags are Swedish, which honestly kind of fits the theme of Erosion here. Feels like we're in the Great White North, pun intended. And there's 72, and again, I didn't react in time, so please kindly ignore that. But yeah, here is where I would get Orca, but because the Great White's still doing so well, I'm just gonna go ahead and sell some of the old ones, and then have these ones bridge back into 24 like over here. And back to scheduled programming. I think I'll move it back over here, just so we get some better straight line action. Okay, I think we'll be fine if we just add one more snowstorm here. Also, let's just add some support with a mob glue. And again, that's it for now, because Great White is still kind of holding its own with support. Guys, 75 is not an easy round, and it's doing this shit. Feels like we should lose at any moment now, but nah. Even the camo wave 78 still staying alive. It's like we are good, and yeah, I think we can probably take down a ZMG too. Again, slow down in its full form. Yep, that's pretty much 300 DPS. Yeah, no matter words at this point. And looks like, yep, Great White plus just the smallest of support to beat hard on an advanced map. Honestly, maybe even expert, depending on what you guys think of it. Also, I don't know if this is a bug or not, but Glue Rat here is out here just bending laws of physics and running on water. The one they had to nerf Glue Rat in like several updates ago, and okay. I think it's about time, folks. This is too close to take. Yep, I think we're getting Orca now. Nonetheless, an incredibly good run. So let's get it. And let's make sure to max it out too. Huh, I actually don't even have enough money at this point to max it out. Where'd the money go? I guess Orcas are just really expensive. Also, why does it feel like Orcas are doing worse than Great Whites? Is it because it's not maxed? Holy crap, we actually did do worse. Might be that it's not max merged, the Orca. So in that case, why don't we just go ahead and overclock it then? So we have, again, even more rounds to survive. And I only go for the max Orca once I have the money for it. And again, here's proof of the overclock working. This is definitely way more than 300 DPS. Probably closer to like 500. If you ask me, there's no way they're not nerfing this thing at some point again. Also, it just changed. The round just changed. I'm gonna quickly move the Great over there. Crap. Let's see. I might die here. Whoops. Yeah, I probably should have turned off auto start, but that's okay. Let's take our time here. I have the mob glue again and the Great White in this spot, and there we go. Much better. But yeah, still kind of pretty sketch. I'll just get an absolute 0. Again, I said this for an early access, but this is basically Blonde's but water at this point. Alright, this is starting to get ridiculous. 94 here. And somehow with this amount of track length, it is destroying it. I just want to see, though. We can definitely afford a max Orca now, so I am going to buy it. Actually, I cannot... Wow, I cannot afford it. Not sure where the money went, but I still have at least a Great White to max merge, so 56 out of 64. Actually, I can just do the cheaper one, duh. There it is, 64 out of 64. And come on, Max Orca. Okay, now we're starting to see the power of it. I think the problem is, again, the downtime between it going in and going back up might kill us. So watching carefully. Feels like Great White is better in terms of that aspect. Regardless, here is round 98. Let's see how I want to play this out. Let me Absolute Zero to freeze everything in place. And okay, we're leaking that one random zero. I feel like I should do a Spike Factory or something. Just in case the Orca misses stuff, but I'm ready to Snowstorm if I need to. Oh, again, nope, we're good. 99. I think if anything kills us, it's DDT is Snowstorm now. And I'll Leaping Sword just to be safe. And alright, we are saved. Now I want to see a single target DPS of Orca against a bad. Okay, it's not quite 1000 DPS. Honestly, kind of underwhelming if you compare it to the Great White. Considering this thing costs like 4 times more, you're better off going for a bunch of max merge Great Whites. From what I see here. Let's go back. Let me try a couple 042 Spike Factories. Hopefully I get the cooldown time. I have to go for bottom path, by the way. Otherwise, top path will throw the lanes on the ones that don't work anymore. So, come on. Do them now. That's enough to pop it, right? Yes. Absolute Zero. And we should be able to one-shot the ZMG insides, right? Yes, sir. The Thrashing actually beat the other ZMG for us, so that's cool. Again, don't let it fool you. The Orca is still very strong. Just compared to the Great White, it's just slightly underwhelming, because the fact that it's still able to beat 104 here, despite it being, I guess, really tight, means a lot, and I am dead again. Yeah, okay. I think we should go for the Megalodon now, regardless if I have the money for it or not. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think this round is beatable, even with the max Orca, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use continue money, just so I can get that Megalodon up, alright? So let's get it. Not quite max, but it should make a big difference, right? Again, in the balance changes, they didn't mention that this thing gets more damage. I'd assume it's really just the fact that it benefits from taxi buffs, which is, you know, part of the buff, and if you ask me, it's pretty solid. I think for its price now, I could say it's fairly reasonable. You can see, the Megalodon isn't the auto win condition. I'll try to see if I can go for a Call to Arms, because yeah, that would be my next cheapest thing that grants attack speed. I can't believe I haven't done a single discount village today. Secretly, I haven't told you guys that the real ISAB just got kidnapped, and this is actually somebody else playing. You guys keep that secret anyways. We almost died last round. I think we're almost at this round. Especially if I don't use, if I don't get Call to Arms. Thank you. I can't afford Homeland anymore, so at this point, I am just going to go ahead and get some support. So more press would be nice. I need to keep those ZMGs a little bit higher up, because I just really need time. If the balloons are stall enough, Megalodon will be able to thrash in at some points. And now for the final stretch, everybody. So I definitely got to Call to Arms here. DDTs are coming in mega fast. Okay, so I got a Snowstorm here, yeah. The speed of them is getting too fast that they're just speeding on by. Even with Mop Boost hitting them, that's kind of crazy. I kind of forgot this existed, but yeah, Megalodon Hook and Bat, so that makes these rounds very easy. It's always nice to have. In fact, I think, again, because of the buffs and the overclock, the hook in time for them definitely seem to be reduced. And just to confirm my suspicions, let me just test out sending one bat out against no buffs on Megalodon. That is the speed it is on fast forward. Now, if I overclock and homeland it, and send it a bat again... Okay, I lied. It's the same speed. Well, anyways, thanks for watching. I expect with this change to see the Beast Handler top path usage skyrocket. And I think I'll probably skyrocket for myself too. Subscribe for more, and I'll catch you on the next one.